That's right. Stop asking for referrals. Did that catch your attention? If you're an entrepreneur, a world-class entrepreneur, if you're a business leader, you say, what? Is something wrong with you, Stan? Well, my name is Stan Hustad, and I am a guide and a business performance coach helping would-be and want-to-be and people who really are world-class entrepreneurs and business leaders to achieve their 3% goals in life. Become one of the 3% of the population who knows who they are, what they want, and how they're going to achieve their goals. Be one of the 3. And what I try to do is to show you, based on the experience that I've had and others have taught me, and just simply working with successful people around the world, what it takes. Now, what it takes is you have to think differently. Think deeply. Think deeply, think differently, and in many ways, think profoundly positive and powerful. And I want you to think now about the referral deal. Stop asking for referrals. Now you're saying, Stan, I don't get this. We're taught, and you are. And unfortunately, much of what you've been taught is wrong. You're supposed to, of course, find a prospect. And make sure they're not just a suspect. And then the prospect, you try and get the appointment, right? And then you get the appointment, and then you make the presentation, and then you make the close, and then hopefully you close the deal, and then hopefully we sign the deal, and we pick up the check. We've made the deal, we've closed the sale, we have money in our pocket, and now we're supposed to ask for a referral. Who do you know? Could you be helpful to me? I get paid 2 ways. I get paid for the service I get, and I get paid when people give me referrals. You know the whole deal. In fact, a number of you have had classes and courses in how to ask for referrals. And I'm going to encourage you today to stop asking for referrals. And I want you to do something very different. I want you to deserve a recommendation. Stop asking for a referral and start deserving a recommendation. And there's a big difference in that. First of all, let me just kind of set the mindset for you. A referral just simply says, Jack sells cars. Joe is a chiropractor. Bob is an insurance agent. Deborah does housekeeping. Okay. Of the hundreds of chores and hundreds of things that can be done, you can go to Craigslist, you can go to all the lists and find scads of people who do whatever you do, and you're trying to stand out so that people will pick you. For some reason, they'll think, that's the person I'm going to call, that's the person I'm going to see if they will give me a bid. And we all go through that, whether you're a professional person or whether you're simply the person who says, I'll walk your dog when you're on vacation. Whatever it is, we're all in the business of competing for less business than there are more people who are doing that. We're in competition. And so, we truly want people to refer us. Well, a referral just simply says, that's a person who does that. I want more than a referral. I want a recommendation. I don't want someone to say, well, you need a coach to help you with your marketing. Stan Hustad, you can give him a call. No, I don't want that. I want them to say something powerfully unique and different about Stan Hustad. I want them to recommend me. I want them to recommend me powerfully. In fact, I would love, as one of my clients actually did one time, he called up one of his friends and said, you would be foolish not to meet the man who is standing in front of me helping me with my business right now. You would be foolish not to at least talk to him. Now, that's really nice. Most of us don't get that, but Roy really understood the rules of life, and he knew what he wanted, and he knew what he should give to others. Isn't that important? To know what you want and know what you need to give to others. And he gave me a great recommendation. Now, referrals are one thing, recommendations are another thing. And that's the first thing I want you to get clear. Now, please remember that most of us ruin the experience, and it is the experience which is important into any relationship and transaction. I don't know if you've had the, quote, referral experience. What I oftentimes say, well, who do you know? Remember that? Who do you know that could use some life insurance? Who do you know that's looking for a new car? Who do you know that's having a lot of back pain right now? Who in your family? And one person actually sat down by me, and they got their pen out and they got a card, and they asked me to give them the names and phone numbers or email addresses of people they could call on. I found that really disconcerting. I did not like that. Now, there's 3 reasons people don't like that. First of all, how do I know that you're going to do a good thing for them? When I give you, quote, a referral or maybe even a recommendation, I'm kind of putting my reputation on the line. Secondly, they might not want that. So I'm in church, or I go to the Rotary Club, or I meet somebody at the tennis court or on the golf course, and they say, Stan, why did you sick that insurance agent on me? Hey, last thing I need in my busy day is people like you giving my name to people. Oh my goodness. And the third thing is, we really don't particularly like the experience of being ground down and being used. And what you are saying to a person when you grind them down for referrals is you are saying, in effect, is your job is to help me. And what I tell people is the whole experience for me as a client and customer should be about me. I'm the most important person there, and my job is not to make your job easier by giving you referrals because you ask for them and perhaps even humiliate me or grind me down trying to get them. Most of us know, if we're smart, that the natural process of recommendations is one where we have deserved it. We have served a person well. We've done good work. And they're grateful for that. And that's a powerful word. And what they're grateful for that is when they're in conversation with a colleague, a friend, a family member, of the hundreds of people they have contact with, and perhaps in the conversation it comes up, someone wants their house painted, someone's looking for a new car, someone decided they're finally going to go to the chiropractor because of the terrible pain they're having and the doctor can't take care of it. And then you say, oh, you know what? You ought to talk too. And that's the natural process where the conversation brings up something that is an issue, a problem, a solution that's needed, and someone remembers something that was good and happened to them, and they recommend that you contact them. That's the way the deal works. So I'm going to encourage you to first of all make sure that every experience that you put in the marketplace, both in terms of the product and service, but in terms of your personality, your energy, your caring, your appearance, everything about you says that I deserve a recommendation. And then you expectantly, hopefully, maybe even prayerfully believe that when you put good things into the universe, good things will come to you. You know, oftentimes what we give is eventually what we get. Now, I say, well, Stan, that's kind of passive. Well, there's more to it than that. Let's say there are what I call recommendation signs. And here's how it can go. Let's say someone thanks you for the service you've done. And they're very grateful. Now, when someone thanks you, you say, you're welcome, or thank you. Here's something you can think about. When someone thanks you, you could say this, well, thank you. I really enjoy working with you. You know, I'd love to meet people just like you. I would be grateful if you'd recommend me to your friends. I'd be grateful if you'd recommend me to others. When you recommend me to other people, I'm very grateful. Now, do you see the difference? First of all, there's no pressure. And in fact, you're actually complimenting them. You're saying, I like you, and I like people like you. Obviously, I'd like to believe that the people you like are people like you, and I want to work with people like you. So it is a good, affirming experience. And you're saying is, I'm grateful. Now that's a powerful word. Oftentimes when I use that word, and I mean it sincerely, people kind of perk back. Oh, grateful. Yeah. I'm grateful when you recommend me to others. I would be grateful if you would give my name or pass my business card on occasionally. That's the deal. Now, occasionally they might say something like this, well, I'd be glad to do that. In fact, I think my brother-in-law could use, I'd be grateful if you'd give him a call and perhaps recommend me, and then I could follow up. I would be grateful if you'd do that. Oh, sure. Now, do you see where this is taking it to a whole new realm of courtesy, of compatibility, of gratefulness that is shared? Can I encourage you now to think about how you are doing your present, quote, referral marketing work, and how you are seeking to give and get referrals, and how you are now going to seek to not give, but you are going to gain recommendations. Now you may give recommendations too, but you're in the business of pleasing people so they recommend you. Now there you go. And I remember after giving this presentation, one gentleman came up to me and said, you just saved my career, because they're always pushing me to do referrals and I will never succeed in the way they're teaching me. But the way you just taught me about how to seek and deserve recommendations, that's something I can do wholeheartedly, full of myself, and with energy and personality, because I am grateful when they recommend me to others. Just a lesson on what it might take to be a world-class entrepreneur and business leader. And I hope you'll come back. I know you'll come back. I want you to come back. I'm grateful if you would come back. And I'm grateful when you recommend me to others.